Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Mark Ramon, joined today by Mark Sherry and David Sokol. And you, lucky you, just heard Coconuts in Quarantine by SayReal and Naye Kite. Before that, we had Electric Feel, a classic by MGMT. And we started off with Vietnam by Annie Wenz. That's an interesting mix right there.
Yeah. So let's talk about Vietnam first. The first song we heard by Annie Wenz.
It felt like I was there with her.
Yeah,
she was really good storyteller.
So evocative. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. I felt exactly the same way, Mark. If she makes you feel like you're right there with her, and the idea, for many of us who, experienced that, Vietnam generation, it's just the idea of going back there and trying, and sitting down with people whose country got torn apart while we were there. That's just such an amazing, kind of cathartic experience. And the way she describes it, going there and being an open, welcomed with open arms. And God, to me, it's, really, it's heart-wrenching. And
yeah, definitely.
Some of the things, like the line she said, just trying to make some sense of it all. I feel like a wishbone ripped in half. And I just like all those conflicting emotions she must have had when she was there, because this, was her real experience. And she is a Western Mass, long-time resident. I think she's now living in Florida. And she's a poet and a political activist and a nurse. And she's spent many years as a nurse and traveled all over the world playing with all kinds of people. So, and as a matter of fact, she played with one of the people who were on our playlist a little later on, Jose Gonzalez. He actually taught her his signature instrument, the cuatro. Anyway, the second song we heard was the well-known band MGMT, and the song Electric Feel, which, by the way, already on Spotify, that song has 400 million plays.
I feel like I've heard that song like 400 times already. Really,
no doubt, it's a popular song.
It was very ingrained over the last few years. I think it came out like in around 2008, I think.
So yeah, it was on their first major album, Oracular Spectacular, which was actually named one of Rolling Stone's top 20 albums of the decade. It sold 2 million copies. And that's basically, the band was formed at Wesleyan University in Middletown, Connecticut by Andrew Van Wingarden and Ben Goldwasser. And I think that song in particular, it really showcases their harmony. And it's such a catchy song, and it just makes you feel good with that kind of like dreamy organ sound. Everything kind of blends so well together. I think it's really, it's a superb song. It really is.
It's hard to believe it came out so long ago.
Yeah, it's still got that, that feel of a song you've just heard. So I guess people just keep playing it and just keep staying in your head. So yeah. And then the last song we did, Coconuts in Quarantine. Very,
I love that one.
Apropos song by Naye Kite and SayReal. And, it's a little reggae influence song, which is actually Naya's background. Her family actually is, formed the band Rebel. And by the way, before I forget, Naya and Rebel, with Imani joining them as well, will be playing February 19th. At 7 p.m. You can see them, virtually on Couch Music Live. So if you go to Facebook, just check Couch Music Live. That's a great series of shows that Cara Karma and Toby Solaroche are putting together. And Naya is from Western Mass and spent a lot of time out in LA. And now I think she's been back during the pandemic. here in Western Mass area, writing songs about being in quarantine.
And getting kind of nutsy about it too.
Getting nutsy, right? Right. Nowhere to run in COVID-19. That's one of the things she says too. Nowhere to run.
All right, Mark, are we going to get up and do some dancing now? Do a little salsa?
Yes. Next set is we have a couple of Latin songs. We have a salsa song, and we have another really fun song that I guess is really contemporary Latin music. And so the first one we're going to hear is Salsa de la Mata by Jesus Pagan y su Orquesta.